Hi everyone, I hope you'll enjoy spending the day with us. My day starts right about 5 a.m. when I nurse my littlest, Wesley. This day he was really taking a good long while to nurse, which is always special for me because it's just cozy nursing time, so I'm never mad about that for sure. And then I go straight downstairs and get into a workout. I did not want to include this clip because I just look so I look so scary. But I mean, how many of us look cute first thing in the morning, right? I mean, this is the reality. Straight out of bed, right down into a workout, no makeup. It just is what it is. So that's part of my routine. I nurse Wesley and then I do a workout. I make myself some breakfast if I'm feeling really hungry that day, like I am this day. Sometimes I'll wait and I'll eat with the boys a little bit later, but I was extra hungry this day, so I made myself something to eat and then ate that while I did my kind of Bible devotional time, just getting myself ready for the day. And then I went upstairs to get myself ready, get my makeup on, get dressed, all of that. And by the time I was done with that, the boys were all awake. So if it wasn't clear, Wesley goes back to sleep after I nurse him at 5 a.m. and he sleeps until about when the big boys get up, around 7:30. So it works out great for me because I get to have that time in the morning to just kind of get my head on straight and get ready for the day and get organized. So I went up and got myself ready, and then I got the boys ready as well. We came downstairs for breakfast. I figured in that last clip I would just show you guys the boys playing, since that's probably a much more fun thing to see than just watching me make breakfast. And then I'm just getting breakfast pulled together here, finishing that. And then we'll all sit down together to have breakfast. Like I said, sometimes I eat before the boys get up, sometimes I eat with them, just depending on how hungry I am when I first get up that day. And we do some reading together, we chat. It's just a nice little time at breakfast, getting everybody fueled up and ready for the day. And then on this day, we were about to head out to go to the park nice and early. It's finally feeling like summer around here, so we are just loving being outside and have been outside for most of the day, I feel like, lately. So that has felt so good. You can see here I'm just reading some poems. We like to do a few poems and then we'll do some Bible stories, excuse me, as well in the morning. And that's kind of just been a nice little part of our routine. I read somewhere a while back that it's just so good for little kids to be hearing poetry regularly. It's just good for their development. And so I always enjoy reading poems too. Good gracious, I can't talk today. I'm so sorry. So yeah, and then our Bible stories, and we'll pray together, all that kind of stuff. My husband was in the office this day, but sometimes he works from home, and so he'll join us for some little bits of that breakfast routine sometimes. But sadly, this day he was away and could not. So here's my cutie pies. I just had to document Wesley's adorable little overalls, which kind of match Desi's overalls as well. So I'm on the hunt now for a third a third pair so they can all be matching. I'm totally that mom, matching all my kids. They're so cute. All these little boys, they're just so cute. And then the boys did some reading and I got some chores done. Desi was showing these cute little tote bags that my mom found for the boys to each have their own little library bag. As you guys know, we love books. And so I just thought those were so cute, little Hungry Caterpillar library book bags. And then I took Wesley upstairs with me to kind of get my room in order. As you could see there, it was just a total mess with laundry everywhere and desperately needed some attention. So Wesley helped me get that in order while the big boys were reading and playing downstairs. And then we went down and kind of the boys played while I just tidied up after breakfast. Goodness, I'm so sorry. I can't talk today. And took my supplements and that kind of thing. Just kind of got things ready to get out of the house. Thankfully, this morning we didn't feel too rushed, which I was really grateful for because, like I said, we were going to the park. And so I needed to pack, some picnic stuff. And then we also were going to be heading over to my mom's house, which you'll see obviously in a little bit, to have the boys nap there, since my husband was in the office this day and I needed to go to the chiropractor. So my mom was kind enough to help me out and let the boys nap at her house so that I wouldn't have to reschedule that appointment. So that was really nice. So I needed to pack up all of the sleep stuff as well before we got out the door. So I was grateful that it didn't feel too rushed. And the boys were so sweet, playing nicely while I kind of got everything together. It was just a nice, smooth morning. It's always nice when that happens, right? And then Liam helped me pack, like I said, the sleep stuff, sound machines, monitors, all of that. Gotta pack up the whole house to go out for nap time, basically. And then I thought I had set up the camera and forgot that I had left it recording, and Liam was just being a cutie pie and he's my helper. Like, he's always Mr. Helpful. jumping in to do stuff. And I just thought it was so funny finding this clip as he's trying to lift this giant bag. And I wish you guys could hear it, but he was saying, "I so strong, I so strong." And then we made it to the park. We were going to meet some cousins there, so that was a good time. Getting the boys all sunscreened and all of that before we headed over. And yeah, this is one of our favorite parks lately. It's a little advanced for the boys. I should have gotten a clip of the whole thing because this structure is huge. It is so tall and it has this massive slide. So the boys, Liam's not quite sure about that big slide. He's done it with me a few times. Desi has done it by himself a few times. He was a little more nervous about it today, but yeah, it's a really, really fun park. And they have a cool zip line as well, so we really enjoyed that. There's Desi on the zip line. I was so impressed with him too, holding on to this thing. It was making me a little bit nervous because of course you get to the end of the zip line right here and it you get stuck a little bit and it swings you back pretty hard. But Desi just loved it and did a really great job holding on. And then we've got our sweet little cousin right here with his mama and the boys chasing after. It was just so much fun. Great time. We did get nice and toasty. Like I said, it is really starting to feel like summer. So you'll see in a moment, Wesley napping in his car seat, and I had grabbed just a really thin, what are those blankets called? I think it's a muslin blanket. So really thin and airy, but he was still getting toasty in there, even in the shade. So I ordered one of those fans that you can kind of attach to the car seat because I think we're gonna need that a lot since Sweet Wesley is always just along for the ride and has to sleep in his car seat for that morning nap a lot of the time. And then we made it to my mom's house. This is my sweet mama. She's just the best, the sweetest. And so she was reading to Desi for a little while and we had lunch. We played and then got everything set up for the boys to take their naps there. Oh, Mr. Liam being a stinker with the screen door. I don't know why, but my boys always want to play with the sliding doors. So I told him he could do it once to go out, and that it's every single time we're over there or anybody's house with a sliding door. Our old house used to have a sliding door, and I don't know why, but they always want to play with it, and it's just, yeah, the funniest thing. And then Liam was helping Nana. She was making some salads, so he wanted to get up there. Like I said, Liam is always my helper, and he's just so cute about that. So he jumped up there to help, and then we got the big boys down for their naps. And yeah, Wesley played for a little bit, and then I ended up taking Wesley with me to the chiropractor. So again, huge shout out to my mom. It was so nice to not have to reschedule that appointment. Sometimes we don't know quite which days Quincy's going to be in the office, and so it can make appointments and things a little bit tricky, but it was a huge help. And then I was able to go return some things at Target as well, grab some pants for Quincy, which he was needing, and a couple of makeup things for myself, makeup wipes. Just, yeah, it was nice to be able to run that little errand as well. And I picked up this nail polish. I've been really into these nail polishes recently. I hadn't done my nails for the longest time because I just didn't feel like they lasted, and it was kind of a time-consuming thing to do in the first place. But I've been really enjoying these nail polish, the ones that you saw, the OPI. I don't know how is it OPI or is it just OPI? I don't know. But I think they're really pretty, and I had my eye on that green one for a while and decided to splurge and let myself get that. I wear a lot of green, so I'm hoping that'll look pretty. And then we had some really nice time just hanging out at my mom's house for a little while longer before heading home. She has a beautiful, beautiful backyard, and we love just sitting out there. So the boys were able to play in the water table, and then my mom and I were able to just sit and chat, and it was just absolutely lovely. Absolutely lovely. Love my mom. She's the best. And then we headed home. So this night Quincy and I were going on a date. We like to try and make Wednesday night our date night recently. That's kind of been our rhythm that we've been in, and it's been really nice as we've been living closer to family to have some help with actually being able to get out on date nights. It's just been so lovely. So my sister Lizzie was so kind to come over and babysit for us this night. So I got the boys home. Quincy was still working, so I got the boys home and got them, an easy dinner. We had lots of leftovers, thankfully, to make it quick. And then they had a bath, they got into their PJs, and were ready to go for their time with Aunt Lizzie. I got Wesley. So at this point, when I'm nursing Wesley, Quincy was done with work. So he hung out with the boys for a little while I got Wesley ready and down for the night. And then the big boys got some quality time with their Aunt Lizzie, and they were so excited. She's just the best. They always have such a good time with her. She's so sweet with them. And she actually lived with us for a while last summer, and so they were able to bond with her, I think, a little extra last summer. And they just, yeah, they have a really sweet relationship with her. So they had a great time with Aunt Lizzie while we went out to dinner to get some sushi. And that was pretty much our day. So thank you so much for coming along for this day with us, you guys. I will be back with more videos very soon. Thank you again for being here. I really appreciate you hanging out with us, and we'll be back soon. Bye.